What happened in Enmorium?
The terrible Zodin. Have to let me try again.
But how did you get it in the first place?
And who do you think is responsible for that? We need you to look for the segments of the key now, Doctor.
But there is an object on the very top of the North Pole we need to get. An object which is really a segment of a key that can control the universe. Well, I don't care.
If I use all the food for you, I won't have enough for my other customers.
If you don't let us have it, there won't be any more customers.
I have too few boats for all these peasants. They are too small.
Don't worry about that, I've got it all figured out. Now, be a good man and get those supplies, will you?
Is he getting the water?
With protest.
Don't you think it's time to tell us where we're going? I get it that we're going away from the Daleks and are trying to get to the North Pole, but last time you said we were going to somewhere right in the middle.
Isn't it obvious? We need to get to the north, but the Daleks are in the way. So, we need to get behind the Daleks. And the best place to get behind the Daleks is the equator, right in the middle of the North and South Pole.
But why the equator? Why not somewhere else?
You see, the Daleks are coming from the north. My theory is that they went out their spaceship in a circle and went around the Earth that way. But as the Earth is round, the circle of Daleks keeps getting bigger the closer they get to the equator. Once they are at the equator, the distance between one Dalek and another is the greatest. And if we are careful, our best shot is to slip behind the Daleks at the equator.
But what if they see us?
We die, but at least we have the largest chance of surviving. If we just keep running, we will be inside the circle at the South Pole and be awaiting certain death. I would say we would be cornered, but...
Food and water is ready to be loaded aboard. But how do you manage to get all these people aboard?
Alf Erlingson.
What?
Who? Look.
The pirates!
You are not yet safe from the Daleks. 5:02 in the afternoon, 22nd of April. The Pillars of Hercules. It's up south. Come there if you want to live. Now why have a long boring journey through the desert while you can just use a ship?
The devil!
What? Oh, those little Daleks. Okay, everyone get on board. We need to be fast.
All hands on deck!
So, when do you think we'll be getting back home? To Colchester? At least, if there still is a home left in the future. Changing history, that kind of stuff. You mentioned everything behind the Daleks being dead. That means that after we escape the Daleks, the people on the ship will be the only humans left?
Even more reason to go to the North Pole, eh? You see, that object there is very powerful. That's why the segments are scattered across the universe. It could destroy the universe when assembled.
Then why are we trying to assemble it?
Once there was a Zodin, an evil, terrible one. Somehow she escaped from a very secured prison. It is now believed that an entity known as the Black Guardian helped her escape. If the Zodin helps the Black Guardian to get the segments of the key to time, they could destroy the universe. And that's why we have to get it first. That key is the most valuable object in the world. It could give someone unimaginable power, unlimited rice pudding, etc., 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 etc.
Captain, I have good news. That the Doctor knows where to find the best treasure in the world.
I see what you mean. Don't let them out of your sight. Try to find out where it's buried. I want to get it before them.
Okay, everyone, listen up. Here's what we're going to do. Wait until you see the Daleks, the devils, at the horizon. Then dig a hole in the center of the path of two devils. Lie flat in there. Make sure you aren't seen. And if you're lucky, the Daleks won't see you either. It isn't a good plan, but it's the best plan. And it's our only opportunity. Once you are behind the Daleks, you're safe.
You might have heard, but this doctor knows that there is a treasure at the magnetic top of the North Pole. His plan won't work, so we go back to the ship and just sail over those devils.
How do we find the treasure?
We use a compass. Make sure those peasants don't see you. We have to get there before the doctor.
They're here! God help us, they're coming!
Can't be. They should only have left Cameroon by now. What? The pirates are leaving.
Doctor, the first Dalek is at the horizon.
Yeah, I was just told there were a few.
How? I was the only one on lookout. There's only one yet.
Where did you see the Daleks?
Over there.
That's up south.
Doctor! There are more coming from the north now.
They're coming from both sides.
See you later.
The equator isn't the best place. It's the worst. Don't you see it? We're trapped.